What is up, guys? ChowderReviews here, gonna unbox the Dell XPS 13-9380 2019 edition. Now, in terms of pure specifications, Dell hasn't really changed too much about this laptop. The main thing is that the processors have been updated to the Whiskey Lake 8th gen processors. So that's just pretty much the main thing that you're gonna see change. But I hope you enjoy this unboxing, and please give me a like if you did. If you didn't, comment below about what you didn't like, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Now, the first thing that you'll get out of the box is the actual XPS itself. It comes with this really nice, smooth matte black box. And other than that, you just get the power cables and you get the USB dongle, because the XPS only has USB Type-Cs, there are no USB Type-As. So you do get a dongle in case you want to plug in some sort of accessory that requires USB Type-A. And here you have the charging port. Dell does not use this typical circular power port that does for its other like Inspiron or other laptops. It uses a USB Type-C charging port, so that's still the same thing that's been happening for a little while now. So nothing new has changed there. Now onto the laptop itself. In terms of colorway, I believe I had two options from the Canadian website because I bought off the Canadian one. I got the platinum silver with carbon fiber palm rest. There's also another option that I saw that was rose gold with alpine white woven glass fiber palm rest. I believe there's one other option that's like a white on white option, but I couldn't find that on the Canadian website. Maybe it exists on the American website. I'll have to double check on that, but it wasn't on the Canadian website when I bought it. So yeah, I got the default one, which again is a platinum silver with black carbon fiber palm rest. So right there were the quick start guides, and part of the quick start guides, there just remains the laptop. There's nothing else in the black box. So the XPS was covered with the plastic film. Pretty basic unboxing here. We're just gonna skip this part. Now, if you've seen an XPS laptop before, there's nothing special here. It's your same sturdy aluminum finish. Here we could go around the ports. On the front, there's nothing as expected. On the right, you have your micro SD, USB Type-C headphone jack. On the back, there's nothing again. And finally, you have your wedge lock and your two Thunderbolt 3 ports. Now, when you open the laptop, you will see the interior carbon finish that I was talking about earlier, and Dell XPS's chiclet style keyboard that you've seen in the previous iterations. In terms of the keyboard layer, I never really had a problem with the XPS keyboard layer, considering how small the device actually is. It might take a bit of getting used to, but as long as you don't have massive hands, it should be fine. And one of the other major improvements is Dell has listened to you, and they have moved the camera to the top of the screen instead of the bottom. So now you get that aesthetic video feed when you're Skyping your crush instead of them looking up your nostril. Now, in terms of the key switches and the feel of the tactile feedback, Dell does do a pretty good job in terms of the height that they're given for each key. The tactile feedback is pretty solid considering that height, but depending on what type of keyboard you're coming from, you might not be used to right away. It might take some time to get used to. Now, depending on how big of a keyboard warrior you are, you may still feel the need to plug an external keyboard just to satisfy your needs. Now, in terms of specifications and pricing, I've seen this laptop range from 1,300 Canadian to 3,350 Canadian, or on the American website I see it range from 900 US to 2,800 US. Those prices would give you specs within the range of a 1080p non-touch screen to a 4K screen, a Core i3 8145U CPU to a Core i7 8565U CPU, 4GB of low-powered DDR3, up to 16GB of low-powered also DDR3, and 128GB to 2TB PCIe NVMe SSD. Now here you'll see me power up the laptop. First thing you'll notice is that there's a backlight on the keyboard, which is pretty standard. It's a standard backlight, there's no special RGB thing. This isn't really particularly a gaming laptop or anything. So you kind of do expect a generic white backlit keyboard. So next thing you'll notice is the display. I got the 4K option for this, and it does come with the 1080p option. In my honest opinion, I think the 4K option is a bit of an overkill for the size of the display. I think for ultrabooks, especially of this size, you're better off going with a smaller resolution, a lower resolution, because these are more geared towards people who want to bring their laptop around and not necessarily someone who wants to do creative work on the spot. You can always plug into the monitor for a higher resolution, but I think for a resolution of this size, you're better off going with a lower resolution to save on battery life than a 4K where you could barely see the difference and where you take a hit on battery life. If you want more information on that though, please let me know and I will do a review on this laptop. Subscribe for that and comment down below if you have any questions at all about this laptop. I will do my best to answer every single one of your questions, and I will definitely read every single comment anyone posts. that pretty much sums up for this unboxing. Please give me a like if you liked it. If you really hated it, give me a dislike. That's what it's there for. And yeah. And finally, I give this ultrabook a 9.0 out of engineering student. It has a solid user experience, and the fact that it gives Thunderbolt 3 gives you the option for external graphics, and I just love the build quality of it overall and the fact that it's super portable. Thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate the support, and see you all next time.